This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the SeeThruEquity Fall MicroCap Investor Conference in New York City 2015. I have with me Richard Schumacher, Rick, from Pressure BioSciences, Inc. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is PBIO. Rick, welcome back to SNNLive.
Great to be here. Thanks for the invite.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Let's give an overview on PBIO to our audience.
Sure. We are a instrument company in the life sciences field. We make instruments that are based on our patented technology called pressure cycling technology. In its simplest form, we put things under pressure and turn the pressure on and off. We cycle it. These things are cells, viruses, bacteria. We sell the instruments and the consumables that go along with it to the researchers around the world, of which there's about 500,000 researchers that are a potential market to us that need to break open cells to study the proteins and the lipids and the other things inside the cells. We give them a new way with higher quality, much more reproducibility to break open those cells using pulses of pressure.
So let me ask you a question. Before PBIO, Pressure Bio, how did these scientists do it?
They used the methods that I used when I was in the lab in the many years ago, I should say. We use mechanical means. You're breaking them open, like breaking open a nut using a nutcracker. It's a very archaic way. What you need to do is you have to have high quality of material to go into the instruments to read them. So it's just like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. If you use the old-fashioned methods, the methods that you would break them open using mechanical means, you're probably going to miss some things and destroy some of the things you're looking for. We treat the cell like a sponge and we squeeze it, and we squeeze it back and forth, and we can determine how many squeezes, how hard to squeeze, how long to squeeze, and control that process.
With the outbreak of the giant growth in biotech companies, and pharma and developments all over the world, your business must be growing exponentially.
The business is growing. We are doing a financing as we speak because we've done everything we've done, which I'm very proud of my guys. We've done it with one salesperson and 9 people total. We have made it clear that we're raising $5 million, and a good portion, one of the main uses of funds, is to hire our first sales team, to bring in 4 salespeople and 2 marketing people. Our sales are ramping. Several years ago, we were doing $300,000 a quarter. Earlier this year, we did back-to-back $400,000 quarters. And Shelley, this past August, I gave guidance that this is the first time we will break $500,000 in sales in this 3rd quarter. So our sales are ramping.
So I was going to ask you, what's new? That sounds new.
Yeah, that is definitely new. But what else is new? Why are they ramping? Without a sales team, how are we getting these extra sales? One reason is that we targeted the top thought leaders in the world. We went to them and asked them to buy our instrument, and we knew that they would publish the good data that they generate. The data are now being published. The papers are over 100, and because of the data, particularly 3 or 4 papers that were published in the last 3 or 4 months, we've had a big surge of interest in our product.
So you're looking at 2015, almost over, 2016. Where do you think the company will be towards the end of 2016, Rick?
You're going to get me excited here, Shelley. Quite honestly, we are raising $5 million. The purpose of that is to pay off our debt, to hire a sales team, and to build some of the instruments that we're starting to get a lot of interest in. So we're expecting to have not only a record 3rd quarter, we're expecting to have a record year and to have a banner year next year. Some of the instruments, 2 instruments we've just developed, will be sold next year, will be added to our ramping sales that we have now. So we have additional revenue, we have additional people, we'll have a sales team to start selling. And I think really one of the major things is I have said for some time now that our goal is to do a co-marketing deal with a very large company that has dozens of sales feet, in the field. I think we're very close to that, and I've given guidance that before the end of this year, and in the next 3 or 4 months, maybe even the next 3 or 4 weeks, we might be announcing such a deal. So our sales force would be selling to a number of people, but we'd also have dozens of salespeople selling to their own customers, of which could be 1,000 customers.
Let's get that website out there for more information.
www.pressurebiosciences.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Schumacher, Rick, Pressure BioSciences, Inc. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is PBIO. I want to thank you for coming back onto SNN Live.
It's always a pleasure to meet with a guy like you. Terrific. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks, Rick.